What is up, everybody? Joe Everest, the fence expert, here at Fence Tech 2023 in OKC. I was walking the show floor, and Caleb, I couldn't help but notice there's something new in the booth this year.
That's right. We've got a little stain machine here, and it's gotten lots of attention.
I bet that's right. I spent about 5 minutes just walking around it, like picking it apart mentally. But why don't you walk me through the process? How does it work?
Yep. So this is a staining machine. It's made for lumber. Dimensional lumber, you can stain fence boards, fence pickets, 2x4s, etc.
Yeah.
The problem is lots of fence, we make stains, that's what we do, and lots of guys want to stain, they want that benefit, but they don't want to spray, they don't want to brush, they don't want to train new people or hire new people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a concern, and so they want to pre-stain, but they don't know how to do it. And so this is just an easy, quick way, an economical way to start a pre-staining operation in your garage or in your multi-million-dollar factory. So. Just a great little machine. Pretty simple. You put the stain in the top.
Okay. Well, and it's got a grate in here.
Yep.
So it's going to filter out large sawdust, that sort of thing that has been a problem before. Sure.
Yep. So we're going to filter everything out, and it's gravity flow. As you can see on this side, we've got a couple nozzles where we can meter how much stain's coming out.
Okay.
And obviously goes right through.
So it floods onto the roller.
Floods right onto the rollers,
okay.
And then we've just got a series of back brushes,
okay.
And the board goes right through, back brushes comes out, and it's ready to go.
What are you up to today, Joe?
I'm doing marketing stuff, which is always a good time. No, so pulling some pictures off of Company Cam, also generating a report in Company Cam. Probably good timing because we need to film an intro for our newest sponsor, Company Cam. Now that's how the pros do segues. We've got a project we wrapped up recently here in Springfield. The owner lives out of town and is managed by a property management company. So they want to send pictures to the owner just to prove that the work was done. Company Cam comes in pretty clutch on that. One, if we wanted to, we could just download all of the pictures uploaded on a certain day. So Scott out in the field took some pictures of the fence install. We could download those. We can also generate a report, which is kind of what I've done. So it'll show every picture that was taken. It'll show the address, so the owner will know, hey, this is this property. They're doing about 7 or 8 properties with us right now. So they can see which property the pictures are from. They can also see who took them and what date they're taken on, just to kind of correspond with the date the invoice came out. Also, I can add labels. So I'm going to say this was a cedar fence. It was a pre-stained chestnut. That way, if we wanted to go back and say we had a customer that wanted to see some pictures of a real-life pre-stained chestnut fence, we could simply search by tag and pull it up. Company Cam comes in pretty clutch for us. So when they reached out to ask about sponsoring, it was a shoe-in. We already use them. We love them. I talked to you guys about them before, so it made sense to partner with them on some content. So thank you, Company Cam. So what I'm seeing here is I'm not seeing any pumps here.
Yeah, pumps and motors.
Circulating pumps or anything like that.
One of the biggest struggles that we see with a lot of pre-stain equipment is the pump or the motor.
Yeah.
If you don't filter properly, you can get a lot of sawdust in there. You can strain your pump and burn it out. And It's just a lot of pre-stain machines go through a lot of pumps. So with gravity flow, we don't have to worry about that. You want to filter, you put a filter bag in the bucket underneath, it fills up the bucket, then you pour it back in after you filtered it, and it keeps things pretty clean. No moving, there's really no electrical parts to go out on this.
And you can really run it 5 gallons at a time.
Yep.
Just 5 gallons of stain at a time. Guys, this is something I'm really interested in. If you guys watch the show at all, we do pre-stain, but we've got a large trough that we fully immersed dip in, and then we hang them to dry, basically. What this looks like, one, the footprint is significantly smaller than our 14-foot trough.
Yeah, it's a tiny little thing that folds up.
Well, and I saw 2 guys just pick this up and bring it in.
Yeah.
Like, it is really easy to handle too, it seems like.
Well, it's really well built, it's really heavy duty, but it's only 130 pounds.
Caleb, did I see you jump on top of this thing?
You did. You said it's happened all week long.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, what is this madman doing? And that's kind of what brought my attention to it. So we can pre-stain with less stain. So right now, when we're using the big trough, we're using a 55 gallons of stain, pumping it in, dipping, filtering it, and then pumping it back out, which not the cleanest operation in the world. So with this, we can really operate 5 gallons at a time, which is I've got to think is going to minimize our mess, probably also minimize our waste. So next thing on my mind though is what's cleanup like, because that's kind of a pain point for us on that big trough.
You know, we tell everybody this thing's going to be a pain in the neck to clean, and it's going to clog up if you don't filter your stain back through from sawdust. But you can do a lot of production with it.
Yeah.
So if you get obviously sawdust as you're in production, you filter everything out. If you filter it, you're good. If you don't filter it, you're just going to have some sawdust build up here. You're going to have to get out of the way every once in a while.
Okay.
Cleanup is as simple as you drain all the stain into the bucket.
Yep.
And then you take it out. You can clean your tank out. You can wipe it out with rags. All your brushes and rollers come out real easy, and everything's wing nuts, so it's just made to just come on and off just like that.
Okay.
And so you can clean everything out quick. I recommend you use Dawn dish soap. You can clean baby ducks with it, and you can clean stain rollers and brushes. If you use a solvent like mineral spirits, that's okay. It'll work, but it'll just increase the life of your brushes if you use something.
Do something a little bit gentler like Dawn. Okay.
Yep. And that's it. You can wipe it all down. Most stain guys, typically that pre-stain, generally do one color. So cleaning it completely is not as important. If you're doing a lot of different color changes, then you just want to do a little better job of cleaning things
Well,
up.
we're kind of right in the middle, so we offer three.
Yep.
We offer cedar, chestnut, and walnut as our light, medium, dark options.
So that's the way I would do it. I would start light in the morning, go medium at lunchtime, and finish the day with dark, and then clean it.
Yep, absolutely. I like that a lot. So you guys have probably tested this. Do you have a feel for how quickly you can move boards through it and still retain quality?
Production rates is going to be when you're brand new, probably about 5 seconds per board. When you get good, two guys, about 1,200 6-foot pickets like this per hour. Is about what you're
1,200 an
gonna
hour.
do. Yeah.
And
So
once you get comfortable.
that's guys that are moving and grooving. They know what they're doing. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So even if you cut it in half, it's still pretty darn good. A unit an hour is pretty good rate.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And the beauty of this, the dip tank's wonderful, but you have to, once you stack the board up, you got to wait a long time for gravity to dry those
overnight.
boards.
Yeah, overnight.
These come out of the machine and you can put them right on the fence. They're not going to drip. I recommend you stack them up kind of like this and just let any drips that you do have run down. But after that, it's ready to go.
So right on the fence. So we have a staining shop, but so what that makes me think of is you guys are already thinking about this being on a job site.
Job site, absolutely. You can do it on a job site. We've got a lot of fence suppliers that want these machines. They want to rent them out.
Yeah.
So they buy the pickets, they buy the stain. Why not rent the stain machine too at the supply house, and then they can just stain right on the job site and take it back, at the end of the day. So
Good
a
deal.
lot of options.
Looks like the legs come off as well.
Yeah, man. It's
so this could fit in the
mobile.
back of a SUV, a back of a truck easily, but probably a back of a SUV.
Yeah, it's about the size of a table saw.
Okay, so if you can move a table saw, you could move this thing.
Yep, that's
Well,
it.
let's see how this thing works.
All right, well, you get on the other side and you just grab this board and pull it right out. All right, you just shove it right in. It's all manual drive.
And then I would stand it up.
Stand it up for a few minutes, and then you can bundle it up, or you can put it right on the fence.
Caleb, I gotta tell you, I think you guys are onto something here. Guys watching the channel, keep an eye out for this. We're gonna talk a little bit off camera, I think. I would imagine you'll be seeing one of these at Ozark Fence Company. I'd like to try it just as compared to our dip tank. Our dip tank has a fair amount of pain points to it. It's been great for us, but I think we could improve on it. So keep an eye out for future videos. I think you'll see one like this show up at Ozark Fence, and we'll give it a trial versus our dip tank. Caleb, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you walking me through this machine. Guys, for now, I'm Joe Everest, the fence expert, reminding you that good fences make good neighbors. I'll see you next time.